I'm so excited to cast my vote today.
Hello students, welcome to Test and Notes once again. Today I am going to discuss with you some of a very important topic, and that is known as India's living democracy. In this I am going to give you lots of examples to highlight the vastness of our electoral process that provides strength to Indian democracy. So first of all, you know students that India is the largest democratic country in the world, and this is based on its large electorate size. The second important point is that our electorate size is not only large, but it is quite diverse. When I say that electorate size is diverse, that means our voters are quite varied. As we know, there are various religious groups, linguistic groups, they are coming from different socio-economic backgrounds. Therefore, the Indian electorates include people from varied groups. Therefore, their voting patterns are also quite different. The next important point is that Indian electorates are quite dynamic and they are quite vibrant. Indian democracy is the largest participatory democracy. More people vote in election than the total population of any country. It means that our voters are not only huge, but they are not only diverse. They are very active in the election process, as well as they are actively engaged in shaping the policies and the governance of our country. In strengthening our Indian democracy, Election Commission plays an important role, and it is the backbone of Indian democracy. Election Commission is holding effective, transparent and credible elections since independence. Election Commission is holding elections at the regular basis. We have the general election, we are having the Vidhan Sabha election, we are having the local bodies election, and Election Commission as an independent constitutional body is playing a vital role in strengthening our Indian democracy. So India is holding an effective, transparent election, and Election Commission is there to do all these things. And it is playing a vital role in the election administration of the world also. Now, the very important data I am talking, and very important point is there, and I am highlighting a very important data here. Do you know how many registered voters are there in India in 2024? In 2024, our registered voters are 96.8 crore registered voters, and it is representing 10% of the world population and 18 million first-time voters. It means that nationwide elections highlight the strength of Indian institutions and organizing capacity of Indian democracy, and it reflects our strength. Now there are some of the interesting examples here. In 2024 election, in the electoral process, 8,000 candidates were there, 700 political parties, 7 phases elections held. It reflects the vast electoral process. Over 1 million polling stations are set up, and these polling stations were set up in mountains, in hilly areas, as well as in desert areas, and even in island also. And what is very astonishing is that the 55 lakh electronic voting machines are used, and 1.5 crore polling officials are there. Another important point is that there is one election, but elections in India are conducted in many 22 scheduled languages. Election symbols are used also so that every citizen can vote independently. And as we know that India has multi-party system. We have national political parties, we have regional political parties, and these national and political parties reflect the socio-regional diversities of India, and regional diversities and social diversities allowing many viewpoints to compete peacefully in the electoral process. Now students, I would highlight another important point. What is the woman's role in Indian democracy? As we know that in the Lok Sabha 2024 saw unprecedented women participation in election. 312 million women participated as voters. What is the most astonishing part is that in the present Vidhan Sabha election that took place in West Bengal, the women's voter turnout is 93.24%. So women now continuously outnumber the men in the electoral roll. As a result of 73rd and 74th constitutional amendment in the local bodies, previously one-third seats are reserved for women. But now, today, around 21 states and 2 union territories have increased 50% mandatory quota for women. And women representation in India's local body, presently, there are over 14.5 lakhs elected women are there. Now, the representation of women in Lok Sabha is 14%. In the Legislative Assembly, it is 9%, little bit stride is there. And in the local bodies, now it is 50%. Previously, it was 33%. Now, what we're witnessing here, that women's participation in Indian democracy indicate that India is witnessing rapid transition from women's development to women-led development.